going to see things differently when he can just focus in the whole big picture instead of playing as an individual and being part of, playing yourself as well. It's really hard. Think of the whole, the big picture when you got to also focus on your own game as well.
That's a great point.
So I think it's something we're going to see down the line a lot more.
He'll be the one that can see if your smoke was too far right and yours was too far left, whereas you think yours is perfect, you blame the other guy. He knows
the timings and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, those plays a big part. All
We'll
right.
see if SMGs come into it tonight as well, because NaVi used them a little bit more than Flipside did last night. Of course, they also had more against them, but Pistols underway, and already a presence on B. Guardian peeks out, he gets aggressive, gets the first kill. It's World Edit down. Markelov trades it, though, so now they march in, and Flamey's been spotted falling back into the site, but he's got some support. Zeus already above. Flamey does go down, but Zeus has 2, and that brings us back to just Bondic for Flipside, and he does get 1. Nice shot. That's your Tech 9. He doesn't have this bomb, though. It's dropped over toward the checker room, so he has to actually work backwards, counterproductive movements to get back over to where that bomb was lost, and Seized and Edward have already made a posting on the backside of the site. Spots up the first. Nice shots again. Takes Edward down to 15. He's got the HP advantage here because they're both extremely low, but he's not healthy himself. 46 for him. Down to a one-on-one. And he knows they're inside vents. The vents aren't blown out. He does get the bomb. Edward sees him go, but doesn't take the shot, and Bondic's actually going to rush this. He's got 40 seconds, so lots of time to rotate to A, and Edward's already dropped out the backside of the vent, so we won't be able to cut him off at middle. He's got to go the long way.
Definitely, yeah. NaVi had an A push. They were pushing with 3 people, I believe, from A main, and sort of backfire with Bondic here, just clutching it. He's in a huge advantage. Really
advantageous.
Advantageous.
There you go.
There we go. Definitely the situation with the 46 HP versus 15.
He plants it inside the site, not around on the default spot on the corner. And he gets the jump on it. So Bondic pulls the round back from a 1-on-3. Tech 9 comes on strong early.
Yep.
And already, we said it, he was closing out rounds last night. He starts off in style, and now this makes things a lot easier T-sided to pick up the rounds they need. Again, 9-6, not uncommon on this map. For a team like Flipside, 7 wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility.
Yep.
And last night they were doing those kind of numbers without pistols.
Yeah, Zeus almost actually saved the round there for NaVi with those 2 big kills from upper deck on B. But Bondic was just too strong with that Tech 9.
Too strong indeed. Zeus, though, there's your counter scout. Second by scout, already catching on Bondic. So the clutch player sits down this round. He'll watch from above. Joins Starix on the sidelines. As the smoke will go out, counter off Zeus. Finally, no more scout shots for him. It's a little deep. Does take some damage, actually. They fire away with that UMP, but again, it's deep. There's my point right there. There is a gap. Simple spots him, though. AK comes out with the kill. And the bomb in his hands will jump up toward the vents. They're not joined by anyone in B, though, so they won't go all the way through. In fact, World Edit and Markelov are both over toward A main. Seized will resume duties inside the mid connector. I spot him as well. Blade's just checking the backside. He may just lurk to hold Flamey in place, but they're not peeking. Seized knows they were in the vents, so they're both waiting for the B push.
Yeah, it seems like that's where Flipside's going. They're going to be going towards B.
Yeah, World Edit's come back from A, so now they'll split. Now they've got both sides of B covered. Try to come in and utilize this position because it's Blade with the SMG. He's going to spot up one in pit, takes the shots away. It's Flamey. He's down to 19, and in fact, he's lower than that. He's got sub-health, negative points, and he's already out of it. And there goes Guardian as well. Blade again coming in. So good money from the SMG so far. C's going to come in around the backside on these vents. We do have a pause that's going to come in next round, though, because I do believe it's Zeus that's already dropped out of the server.
Yeah. Yet again, we saw Flipside really running down the clock.
Edward using that scout. Gets Blade, so it's still going to do some damage, but the round looks like it will go Flipside.
Definitely. Yeah, like I said, Flipside again, running down the clock. Not really even sure what's going on with Navi's defense. They just took the gamble and went to B. They could have really walked into a stack, but this time it was only Flamey there, and they disposed of him pretty quickly. And it worked out perfectly fine. A lot of money out of the bank, though, as Edward picks off Markelov as well.
Yeah, so good work from him on the exits. That means only 2 Flipside players remain because we saw Zeus get that early kill before he obviously departed for his otherworldly duties. But nice shot there to start
Duty calls.
Duty calls.
Yep.
We'll never say it in the other way around. Hashtag bad game. Cameron would come to me in that exact moment. So 2-0 already for Flipside. Again, damage done in the economy, though. And just looking at the money, Bondic still got the AK out. 1,800 for him. Markelov SMG, 2,000 for him, but he'll be able to build up some cash if he gets some kills with that gun. Deagle for Simple, and Blade will be able to buy. So they'll get a force out regardless. It just depends on how much they want to invest. And the scout stays up. Edward holds on to that, but there's no real money on NaVi's side, so potential to go 3-0 right away.
Definitely, I think the best scenario right now here for NaVi is for them to get as many kills as possible to hurt the economy of Flipside early on, so that you can force them on an eco after winning a round of your own. So that's pretty much the best they're hoping for at this point.
Yeah, definitely, of course. And like we say, this gives them the easy side. I did mention that Flipside did it the hard way last night and got a number of rounds without pistols. That was specifically on Nuke because it's VP that's been struggling with pistols lately. And when you see close score lines, you have to wonder if VP could address that issue. How much further could they go in matches and get over that hump? TSM comes to mind. In fact, they beat TSM. I was speaking about Star Ladder, but TSM comes to mind against Copenhagen Games. They actually still won that series with the ecos. But if they could get pistols, they could be a lot more scary right now. So we'll see how this works out for NaVi, because already Flipside are starting off strong. And that's one of the big things as well. That's another trend to mention. As an online team, yes, they don't play as many LANs. They're still a newer team. As an online team, most of their success comes from getting a huge head start just by other teams coming out a little softer, a little flatter. And again here, that's the exact case. And VP last night in the first map, that was the case as well on Cobblestone. Yeah,
and Flipside, like I said, pre-match, it's one of those things that Flipside really need here, because I feel like if NaVi does get a good roll and straight off the bat, then that's going to spell a lot of trouble for Flipside. But getting those early rounds and maybe even winning that first weapon round could really get them over that hump, and because they really need this cash here. They definitely need it.
Big time. Yeah, big time. So Zeus has made it back into the server. Hopefully we'll get things resumed immediately. Ebot's taking care of his money. He's still got 2,300, so no problems whatsoever. In fact, pause already underway, or unpause already underway. Pause canceled out. You know what I mean.
Maybe.
Logistics.
All right, here we go.
Untime, playing tag. I can't tag you during timeout. Now we can. Now we'll get tags and kills coming back our way. And they're going to head toward A. In fact, they go for the 4 rifles. They don't stick with just SMGs, so that means Blade did go for the AK. Markelov does have that SMG. We'll see if he can build up a bank with it. Bondic is going to pick up 2, actually, so good start from him. But Guardian counters them out. He's picked off 2 in reverse as he falls back inside the site. This P250 comes out massive, and again, that's Markelov down with that SMG. He's not able to pick up any extra money with it. Bondic does get the AK kills, but that's not building up quite the same bank.
Yeah,
and Edward's still got the scout, too.
Yeah, Flipside really need to calm it down here in the situation, because NaVi is stacked A side pretty much, and good call from Flipside to boost up in middle and get a peek in mid and see what's going on in the map before committing anywhere.
Well, that's the thing. The read is important, because we saw last night when Edward didn't get a read over to an A on Inferno. They walked into a stack. They still got the round. Flipside simple. There it is. Makes it look always so simple. Again, a double. Takes down Flamey as well. Nice headshot from the AK, and Edward now the only left. Gets the tag. Well done through the smoke, but it's a scout, not an op. Tags aren't enough, and World Edit gets the kill. So now we're up to 3, but we're also on to guns.
Definitely. Just well played for Flipside when they went to 3-3. Guardian with 2 big kills. A lot of money out of the Flipside's bank, and as you can see here, it's been hurting a bit for them money-wise. And that's going to help it for NaVi going further. If they can pick up this round here, Flipside's going to be on a bit of a force buy for the next one, and then, yeah, they would have the advantage definitely in money situation here.
Guardian out of mid already. A little more aggressive this time on the connector. In fact, he's going to hop up on the railing. This gives him a slightly higher angle, obviously, but it also means he's further over to the right, which means he doesn't get as much vision on the A main, or probably the main garage take.
And simple here on the work again. He's their guy who's just going to be going B garage and trying to get that early pick, and he does. He takes off Flamey in B, and that's gonna cost NaVi a bit of a rotation.
Yep, pulls Guardian away from mid, so Edward down highway. That weakens both bomb sites, as it leaves C's the only one directly inside the site. Here comes your smokes. Already a wall of them out on A, but Edward's come around the backside, uses them to his advantage to get back in the site unspotted. Flash goes a little deep, so he's not blinded up, and that gives him the vision to take 2. He's already got Bondic and Blade. They're down and out, and as is Markelov. This is a good hold right now from NaVi. Guardian does eventually goes down to World Edit's op, and in fact, World Edit goes Tech 9. Gets back in, and they pull it back. Simple, huge 2 kills. One, and snaps over to the other instantly without ever lifting his finger off the mouse. And they've got 4. So a gun round now as well. This is a great start, Flipside.
Yeah, what seemed like was going to be a great stack for NaVi with Edward and C's just picking up those kills on A side, just turned on its head just by individual performance, really. There's not more really into it. And just, you know, great play from Simple and World Edit. And 4-0. This is the kind of start they really needed too. Let's see if they can run with it.
And they are running with it with speed. Blade's already got one simple again. Another double from him. His AK looking strong, up to 9 kills already. 4 more than anyone else in the server. And we talked about how he has to be that player for Flipside. It's kind of a device situation where he's got that potential, but he'll never be the one to hard carry. He still needs his team to support him right now.
Yep.
NaVi not answering him. Maybe he will get that chance to solo it, but it's all Edward left. Just the Deagle.
Yeah, good point to make here is the Flipside is looking to get a clean anti-eco here, which would do wonders for their economy.
Terrorists win.
There we go. It's a clean sweep for them.
So excellent anti-eco. 5 already completely unanswered.
Now the pressure is actually mounting on Navi's side here because, you know, in that situation it really felt like it was all Navi, but then Flipside rolled at it simple, just turning around in late round, and Navi, they got to feel the pressure at this point because Flipside is definitely doing what they were supposed to.
And the other thing is, with an all 5 up, flawless anti-eco, they finally started to build a bank because they were only surviving with 1 or 2 players in the ensuing rounds, but that's all changed. So now it's even harder for Navi to get right back into it because they won't be able to break Flipside in 1 round. It'll take at least 2, possibly 3, in fact.
Yeah, so it looks
if they get these bomb plants.
Yeah, Flipside is looking to get a bit of a mid control here, possibly. Bondic here boosts it up. He's going to be their main guy here early on. A lot of damage dealt on Edward. Sort of 15 HP.
That's a good start for Flipside again. Again, don't have the opening kill, but look at this A-take. Blade's already in with the bomb. He's past the forklift. Bondic catches off Zeus. That's in mid, so now they can come up from highway as well. Flamey at least gets 1 back. So does Seized, and this is good because he turns back. Great awareness, and he'll catch off Bondic as well, but it's Flamey that has to hold the A site. He's over toward Truck. It's just on him. And World Edit's trying to get in. Finally, Navi have the man advantage and bomb down because it looked like they had no one in the site on the initial push in from Flipside on that entry, but they've stopped it, and they have to. They have to stop everything right now. They have to stop these rounds bleeding away from them because this is a hemorrhage with no cure. It's hemophilia. And unfortunately, that is fatal. So now or never, put the tourniquet on it. Tie it as tight as possible. Flipside's still going to get this bomb plant, so again, that's more money. It might take 3 rounds now for them to break them. And World Edit's going to hold this angle.
Yeah, Seized being on here on the flank in A main could be key in this
World
retake.
Edit. So there comes your flank. Spotted. Does get taken down, though, so Simple can't land the shot. It's all on World Edit, but the time's still ticking away. Seized has to come in directly behind him. 7 HP, and he hears him coming, or does he? He's still going to go for the front play. That's on World Edit, or pardon me, on Guardian, and gets taken down because he doesn't turn back fast enough, so they will get this defused. And as you mentioned, it was Seized on the flank that does it. Finally, Navi get around, but still a costly one for them. So money bonus reset, and the better buy will go to the Flipside side.
Yeah, it's actually a really tough situation for Navi considering money here. But just huge run from Seized. I think he racked up maybe 4 kills even on that round and saved it for Navi. Playing huge in that connector area and then being on that monster flank and getting those both kills. Good play from Seized, but now Navi, they need to string this together because otherwise they're going to be struggling for money. Definitely, and that's a Flipside here. Still on the driver's seat. They can control the pace of this match. Guardian, though, he thinks differently.
He does indeed. That's what they need from him. Bondic drops as well, joins him in the grave. It's Zeus with the kill on the FAMAS because, like we said, they can't fully afford to buy into this round. So Edward as well, also going to have this SMG, as we can see.
Simple here is going to be really important. He's here out in middle, and there's no coverage from Navi, so he could be a dangerous player for Flipside and definitely for Navi at this point.
So Markelov inside the doorway. Hasn't opened it up just yet. Seized gets caught by Simple. That's at mid. Blade's waiting on B, and now Simple's got the vents, so they might try and push in together. They're going to drop the bomb behind. Hope Markelov can get over, and Simple again. Utterly insane how good this guy's aim can be. He does get caught in the back this time, but it's low HP for Zeus, who spotted him, so that could be turned back very quickly, but it won't be. Guardian's going to get there, bail him out. Blade does get Zeus. Bomb site open, but again, bomb drop. Nope, Blade went back for it, so he's got this plant, and Markelov's behind Guardian.
Yep, he's in a huge flank once again.
Blade just needs to stay put. Don't peek out. Let Markelov get in position, and he does. Guardian goes down quickly at that, and now it's all on Edward 1-on-2 on this retake. And their economy's so fragile, they reset the money bonus. Winning this could be a dream for Flipside and a nightmare for Navi, and that's exactly the case. Edward does go down. Blade with the kill. Bomb is planted. More money again, but only for the one player. It's only going to be for Blade, nonetheless. still adds up. 6-1 already.
Yeah, huge advantage early on for Navi, but then Simple happened. Like I called it out, he was out in the middle, and he was the key guy. He got the kill in Z connector and then went through to through the pipe into B, and they got the kill on the B site. And those 2 kills pretty much, yeah, that opened the round up for Flipside, and they ran with it. Markelov on the flank as well. It's just everything's just going just on Flipside's side right now. Everything's just working out for them. Don't seem to matter what they do.
Well, that's the thing. They're getting away with everything right now. The kills are going their way. They look to be outskilling Navi on the shots on these entries, and unfortunately Navi's defense is becoming thin far too quickly, and the Fire's going to take down Guardian this time. And Bondic goes over the top, so he's in the backside of the site. Simple again, double kill. This guy, man, oh man, unreal start for him, and his entries, even if they're late, he's up to 14, have been absolutely perfect, and Navi has no answer for him. Edward, the only one still alive, does have this P250. He wants to get in behind and at least do some damage to the economy that is growing, but it's still not massive for Flipside, it has to be said.
Yeah, it's when you have a player like Simple who can do those openings on his own, he's just going to be so much help for his teammates too. When he gets those openings, it's going to help his teammates create openings of their own afterwards. So his influence on his team is tremendous at this point. And being at 14 kills, 14, 2, and 3, 8 rounds in, I mean, come on. He does it every night too, and that's the remarkable thing about him.
He's definitely insane. Insane in the membrane. As he's well and truly establishing dominance. This reminds me of Nico, actually. Mouse Sports against Flipside. It was against Flipside that Nico had an incredible first half on Mirage, and it was World Edit who came back and tallied in reverse when they went to overtime. Simple again gets Zeused. Another opening kill for him. Pre-flash, ran in, got there so quickly, and over the box he went, and he's going to get more. Another double round for him. Guardian to drop, and
yeah, it's a save round for Navi, but nonetheless,
this
Simple.
is a clinic. This is an absolute clinic. Tag misses out. How did that not hit him? In fact, Simple goes right back, so it's a hat trick for him now. Even if he went quiet at this point, it's already been a good game. He's already done more than enough for his team.
The thing is, he rarely does, though.
He very rarely goes quiet. That's right. Consistency is key for this guy. Shot's going to go out. Simple again. That's 4. Blade collects the 5th. So no ace, but nonetheless, a phenomenal round, and that means we're on 8-1. Navi, my friends, you are sound asleep at this point. And again, their defense just getting caught off guard. They can't get control of the A site. A lot of takes coming in there. That time it's B, and it's Simple who's just destroying them. It's not even like they had a full execution that time. They just walked in and took the kills. Simple just said, nope, I'm just going to walk in. It's my gun against you. Forget smokes, forget flashes, forget positioning. Yep. This is a skill game. And again, the mid presence has been strong from Navi, but they're not losing there. They're losing in the sites.
And they're having a lot of early advantages as well. I mean, they've been off 5-on-3, but then just, you know, they've been torn apart by one player here, and I'm not sure if I even need to say who it is at this point anymore. Well, I've been calling him out all the time.
18 kills for him already. Highest on the opposing team, 5. And that's for 3 players. Guardian, Edward, and Seized. Next best on his team, 10 less on 8. So Simple. I mean, this is nuts. But again, it hasn't been just him alone. We've seen some good entries as well. Bondic closed out that pistol round. That's what got this all started. Let's not forget he had that huge 3-kill with that Tech 9. And that's what got the momentum going in their favor. And Navi really need to settle into this. They need to be able to hold sites. Stop going for the peaks, perhaps. Play it ultra passive. Even play for retakes if they have to, because they're losing on the entries big time. And Simple's going to flash. This time he wants to go straight toward mid. Smoke's going to go out. He flashes right through that. So much confidence at this point. Why not? He might as well just push all the way through. And he's up toward the vent already. Guardian smoked off. Can't answer it. Flamey, though, does spot World Edit. World Edit gets him. Huge off shot there. And again, Simple's through the vents and Zeus is down. There's no fighting this guy right now. You can't win. You cannot win. Find out where Simple is and run away and hide, because that's your best bet. And he's going to get more. He catches Guardian as well. Predictable for him as he comes up and he turns back, already catching Zeus, or pardon me, Seized on the rotation that time. So the awareness is so strong right now.
It's almost ridiculous to watch, really. There he had World, and he get that one pick on B, and then Simple just basically single-handedly running through the vent, going into B and killing the second guy, and that was it. That was the bomb site control all over him. Guardian trying to fight it, but then getting picked off from Simple. This is looking really grim for Navi at this point, to be honest with you. Very grim.
I mean, Simple's covering all the angles, and the problem is the speed of his kills means that it's not even like he's getting pushed from multiple sides. It's predictable rotations because he annihilates them one at a time. It's just checking the basic spots. Guardian walked up where the first rotator would come in. The next one would be at Vents. He turns around, covers both spots. This time they've got the entries going from Bondic and World Edit. Bondic does get canceled out by Edward. And again, it's pistols, by the way, for NaVi. So we're looking at double digits T-side on 11 rounds in from F3. That's insane.
I mean, the thing is, Simple's not only getting like eco frags like here, he's getting a lot of impact frags, and that's the thing. There's 2 or 3 that he's getting almost every round, and he's at 22 and 4 at this point. 14 of those kills have been headshots too.
And he's still the only one in double digits, and he's done it twice. He's on 22. Entry kills 2. Yeah.
I'm starting to be lost for words
I think that stat's slightly skewed. That's based on how it's read in the game, but there's been a lot more than 2 entry kills. He's getting them in and out of position everywhere. Edward now looks to try and get a little more aggressive toward A main, and they got 3 ops. They've thrown in the towel on NaVi. They're getting desperate. They're trying something unorthodox, and one of those ops already drops Edward out of it. So Flamey and Guardian still resume and stand strong, but Flamey's going to get the first. That's simple. This gives them a chance. It honestly really does. That man down alone does let NaVi try desperately to claw back into this. Guardian needs to be so careful. That angle's already held, but Guardian gets the shot. It's World Edit to go down. Blade gets seized just before that. So we still say even. We still say on 3s. As Guardian looks for more, spots that door opening up and knows he has to be left side because he didn't cross back out. Tries to dodge what he thinks was a flash. It's actually fire. Forces him back inside the site, and he didn't get the shot. Meanwhile, another trade goes down. Zeus goes into Blade, goes out from Bondic.
Yeah, and that's going to leave B side open completely, and I think Bondic just realized it too. He's just running for it, and no one's there. Flamey's late for the rotation. He's going to get a free plant. Yep, there we go. A good plant as well for the vent room here. It's going to be a rough retake for NaVi.
Extremely rough retake. Because Markelov's out toward B main. He just has to wait and bait this out based on Bondic's call. Flamey's still waiting for Bondic to push out of position from above.
2 ops
in
too.
heaven. That's dead right. It's going to be hard on this retake. They have to hit the shots, and Markelov's already spotted the barrel of the first gun. That's Flamey. He's dropped down to 31 on the spam.
They're running away. They've given up on it.
They're going to save these ops.
Yeah. I'm not really sure when you're 111, 110 down, about to be 111 down, if you should be saving your weapons in a 2-2 situation. Does not really sound right. But at this point, it doesn't matter really. Flipside, whatever to do, everything's working out for them. Even when Simple gets picked out, I think still Flipside just make it work. Someone else is going to step it up, like we saw there. World did get the kills, and then Bondic getting that crucial kill on Zeus that opened up B site, which they realized right away, ran for it, got the bomb down, 2-2, and NaVi doesn't even contest the bomb plant.
And they're going to give Simple the op this round as well. He's getting off the rifle. He's had enough. Let's get some variety for him. Let's see if he can use that gun into his advantage as well. Blade's already got Zeus. That's through the smoke, as he did try and push up, and he'll try and flash himself in, or does he? No, just falls off the garage. Wants to count out anyone who's up close.
Yeah, at this point, you have Flipside just trying to get this early pick, which they already have. They're looking for more. They're not willing to commit to either of the site yet. They're just waiting it out. World at it, getting Flamey down. That's going to cause Guardian to rotate from middle towards B. And, yeah, Flipside just tearing him apart. There's nothing going for NaVi at this point.
Oh, I mean, at this point, the problem is, how can anything go your way? Mentally, you are out of this game. There's like, we saw them go 3 ops. What can they do? They're desperate. And in reverse, Flipside sitting back just laughing, saying, we've got full control, we can't lose. They've got so much confidence that it really would take a big round out of NaVi to turn that back the other way.
That's the thing, the confidence, like we were talking about it. Maybe the victory over VP really built their confidence, and they're definitely, someone like Simple, we pointed him out so many times, but he's the kind of guy who, when he gets his confidence going, he's just going to be running around and doing whatever he feels like. And when he's doing it with that confidence, it's always going to look like it's working out for him. Doesn't matter what he does, and he's really just everything's working out.
Everything indeed. Edward pushed up. Again, this bomb going to detonate. So we said this round would indicate what's going to happen in this match strictly based on the fact that these are the strong sides for either team. Well, I think it's quite obvious what's happening in this match so far. 12-1, 14th round about to start. I was
predicting more like maybe 7 runs for Flipside on T side.
That's where we were both kind of thinking. And
maybe 12 is a bit too much, though. But you never know. You never know with these guys. I mean, these domestic battles, they're always going to be world of their own, and second pistol round obviously going to be huge for NaVi. But you know, if they can get the grind going, you never know what's going to happen. Well, they're going to have two guys who are pushing actually B, so they know they have the knowledge at this point. NaVi does that. There's no one actually towards B. They're just going to leave Guardian here towards B apps or B warehouse and just send everyone else over to A.
Edward does get the first this time for NaVi. It's Bondic that drops, but Markelov immediately trades. Now it's a double from Zeus. NaVi looking to finally make an impact as World Edit goes back into him, though, with the op. That closes us back up one closer now for Flipside. It's Simple that's still up as well, so that's a threat, and there it is. He trades out on Seized. It's him in a 1-on-2. He's spotted, but he still gets it through the smoke. Flamey can't collect the kill with the M4, and now Guardian's got to come around from the backside. His one saving grace is that it's only 12 HP for Simple, but he's given away his spot. Doesn't matter. Gets the kill. And now NaVi have doubled their round total. It's on to 2 for them.
Yeah, even with the knowledge that NaVi had, that was the one round. I think the only round Flipside had no presence in B warehouse. And NaVi caught up on it as well with the two guys pushing in. Still went back to a 1-on-1. Even they knew they were hitting A bomb side. It just goes to show that everything's going Flipside's way so far. Simple almost clutching it. But Guardian coming into the rescue in the end there for NaVi.
So they get one more to their name. Again, it won't matter. 15th round, and Guns still going to come out, obviously, because Flipside's just been manhandling NaVi at this point. So World Edit does have a slight gap in the smoke to watch the backside of the vents. Knows someone's coming through. Gets him. Zeus drops. Catches him on the way back in. Misses that second. Simple! Oh, Simple actually took down a teammate, and Flamey, because he lined up, gets the kill. So Flamey did early damage on one. He walks back. Simple's already spraying, and unfortunately the bullets go the wrong way, and Flamey ends up essentially with 1-and-1, a double and an assist. And that gives them a round advantage. Blade does get back in, but Edward trades it off, and now NaVi are a man advantaged in this round as well.
Yep, Bondic here just trying to take control of A side on his own. Not doing really that good of a job at it just yet. Just get the control, but he's down to 6 HP, and this round definitely favors NaVi at this point.
Another flashbang out. That cold Seized out. They do get across, though. Seize spots Bondic because he dodged that one beautifully. The luminescence not bright enough to take his eyesight fully away as Markelov waits above and tries to go for that top spot hop on top of the red, but Edward gets him. So they do get 3. They close out on the last 2. A helping hand from Simple, who's also been the hands that's slapping them around. And Flipside, what a huge performance. And again,
not really sure
we're saying it non-stop, and I know it sounds repetitive, but how can you not give the one man credit?
Yeah, but you gotta everyone else chimed in as well. So you had World Edit with some big kills towards B side as well, and I think when you get a 12-3 scoreline on T half, you're gonna have everyone have had their share of kills there, and but yeah, Simple. He made a ton of openings and just made it so much easier for Flipside. You know, it doesn't matter what you're gonna call when you have someone playing as well as he has.
Well, that's the thing too, because like you say, Bondic also contributed with the pistol round to get it all started in that 1-on-3, and that took the wind out of the sails from NaVi. Took the 3 rounds the way of Flipside, excuse me. And then it was just a downhill battle from there.
Yeah, essentially this pistol round here is do or die. It doesn't matter if Flipside takes a pistol, they're gonna run with it. So NaVi definitely do need to pick it up here.
And S1's already in the vents, waiting to control both mid and B. He'll fall out the backside, doesn't pop them, so they don't know that he was there ever at all. But it's coming in on A. They've got smokes off. World Edit's blinded out, but Blade and Bondic are both on the quad side, and they're each going to pick up a kill. Make it more as Blade's going to pick up Guardian as well, and such low HP right now for Edward, 5 at that, and with people on both sides of him, he's quickly going to drop down, or is he? At least hides into the corner. Seized gets Simple down in reverse. There's a bit more of a chance here, and opening up, or is it? It's not. Edward down, and low HP as well for Seized. He's going to drop. That brings us back to the favor of Flipside, and with this pistol round going their way as well, like you say, it's all but done at this point.
Definitely. Flipside had the perfect positioning for a door push there. Two guys at back aside on A, and I think it's Blade and Bondic. They just char NaVi apart, and yeah, there's Flipside's gonna run with this here. More than likely.
So we'll see how it goes for NaVi's attempt. They're setting up for an A. There is one counter smoke off on A main. Flamey, Edward go right past Seized, who's looking to throw the smoke. They want to head out towards Squeaky. You can see it now in that X-ray. But it's up close. It's Blade. Countered already, though. Flamey comes through. A jumping headshot from the Tech-9. That did drop the bomb initially, but they'll quickly recover it. Bondik's got to be the man to hold the site now, and he does so far. Simple's joining him as well. Your M4s picking up a kill each. But Edward finds more. That Tech-9 takes Bondik's head off, and now they'll at least get a bomb plant going their way. But there's still a man down, and Simple over top of the smoke using the E-box to jump up, and great positioning from him.
He just, again, we see him just do whatever he likes, and he's always going to be on the right place at the right time, and there he was again. That wasn't necessarily the most aggressive player of the situation, but he just took the right position to get those 2 kills, and made sure the retake worked out for Flipside. It looked a bit grim for Flipside in the beginning, and pretty good for NaVi. That push worked out. They got the picks on A, but yeah, just a good retake from Flipside, securing a 14th round of the map.
And Simple now makes his kill total 26 in only 17 rounds. That's quite impressive. I don't think words need to describe that. It's jaw-dropping, in fact. So Bondik goes back over toward 8. 2 rounds to go for them. NaVi, based on that bomb plant, though, have pulled out this force.
Yeah, at this point, they have no option, do they?
Yeah, it's, I mean, the lesser of 2 evils. Pick your poison. Play for OT or play for essentially the same thing because you've still got a massive comeback against you. Shots are going to come out. Guardian gets caught. Simple inside the vents again, so they boosted him up. This time they come that direction, and he's already found the kill. So NaVi again starting off on the wrong foot. 2 men down. Seized went down before that, and that's 2 of the rifles out. Zeus still has this Tech-9. And Bondik spotted. He has to fall a little bit. He'll throw out a counter flash. That does catch off 2 NaVi players, but Blade's going to find Flamey. He tries to come into sight regardless. Zeus does use that Tech-9, though. Catches Blade in return. But Bondik, they haven't found him. Simple actually is the one that gets the kill. Bondik with the assist, and it's all on Zeus. He'll come around still with this Tech-9. Hasn't been able to recover any of the rifles his teammates dropped, and Bondik's going to find him. We're on 15 already, and we said Flipside needed to get this map to make it 1-1, otherwise it was going to go against them on Overpass. I don't even think that matters the way they're playing right now. It's up to NaVi to arrive tonight.
Definitely, I think NaVi's just gonna, at this point, it's just gonna be damage limitation mode. They're just gonna try and forget about this ever happening and think about the upcoming map. And when NaVi is in a situation like that they were last round, I don't really understand what they were doing. They were just getting picked apart one by one. I think they should have, they would have been much better off just doing a bit of an execution on one of the sides together. Instead, just getting denied all over the map, and Flipside picking that 15th round.
They want to go for this boost on NaVi's side, but they're going to get caught. Bondik's already out there to spam away. Does decent damage onto Edward. He's down to 5, and now he's got to fall because he doesn't have the kill, and 3 players are chasing desperately after him. Finds a way to smoke himself back over into the site and jumps up just to see if they are chasing. Does spot them in doing so, and already catches Flamey as well because he'll check the door on his way back in. Zeus with the Tech-9 has been strong, if there's any consolation for NaVi, because he gets another one on Blade that time, but Bondik catches out your low HP man as well as Zeus right before that, so he's been strong as well. He's been an excellent player from Flipside. Guardian finally getting something for NaVi. Seized also going to contribute, and they turned it around. Now they've got it down to a 2-on-1, and they might catch out Bondik as well. They do. Backside of the site, and NaVi will at least add to their total. Make the scoreline somewhat less insulting, but it's still 15-4 right now for Flipside, and they've still got money.
Yeah, Guardian saved the day here for NaVi. But at the same time, we got to mention Bondik's play there was pretty smart. He pushed up on A main. Then, even though he didn't get the kill, he smoked it off, jumped away, and I think he racked up like 2 or 3 kills still in that round. So, just a smart play from him. Still, NaVi picking it up though.
Fire dropped out on top of the boost spot. Bondik's pushed up close to it. In fact, we can see on the opposing side of mid, Simple is there as well. They haven't even tried B. NaVi hasn't even gone there because they don't really know what to do. They're just trying to get rounds. They're grinding it out at this point. Simple catches Zeus. Another one for him. He's on 30 now on the 20th round. C's going to catch Bondik in reverse. Simple again catching C's, though. It's already another trade, and this time it's on top of a hut. It's not the boost one. He falls back to the mid hut. So using height and the reach to his advantage. We saw him do it on A over top from E-Box as well, and now Blade's going to catch out Flamey. Guardian does catch Simple, so he is down and out of this round. But this could be the last one, or will it be? Edward's going to take down Blade, so there's still a chance here. Down to a 2-on-2. Bomb's going to be picked up by Guardian. He has to go back to get it, but Markelov catches off Edward in the meantime. That pinches him on Highway. Markelov does think this still could be on A, though, because he's working up Highway. Guardian's going to go through mid onto the vents, and he may actually catch Markelov, who backs down into mid, doesn't come in checking it. And that's a bit of a mistake because his teammate already had A side covered off. It wasn't like he was going to get picked from that position, so it brings it back to a one-on-one.
Yeah, and held advantages Guardian's side heavily. He's at 90. Meanwhile, World is at 25, so Guardian may be saving Navi another time here.
Guardian's in the backside. Spotted, though. That nade gives him away. Doesn't matter. He walks out firing and gets the AK kill, and now Navi have collected 2 in a row.
Yep, and that's going to force Flipside on a save round. But I think it's too little too late at this point. It's just they're just delaying the inevitable at this point.
It would be utterly insane to think that they could come back from
well,
this.
Yeah. It's unthinkable at this point, to be honest with you. That'd be a huge throw at this point.
Understatement. And it's going to be a B push this time from Navi. Flamey fires over the shoulder of his teammate. Pardon me, C's actually fired over Flamey. I thought it was the other way around. Regardless, they get the kill on Markelov, and now they've got a way in. Flamey's very low on HP, though. He's got to be so careful, but he still picks up more. Markelov, World Edit joins him. Insane plays from Flamey. Edward catches out Blade on your rotation, and it's Bondic, your last man left. Of course, it was Pistols, but it looks like Navi's going to make it 6.
Fact is, as long as these rounds are going as tight as they have been here, it's inevitable that Flipside is going to catch one of these remaining 9.
Oh, there's so much time to do it, isn't that the thing?
Yeah,
I mean,
that's just how it is. They've all gone to like a 1-on-1 or so. So it's definitely eventually going to turn around in Flipside's favor here.
And we'll see if that round's going to be right now. They go back to rifles. FAMAS only for Blade. Doesn't have a whole lot to work with otherwise in terms of economy, so they'll keep it with that. They haven't pulled out an op on this side yet. They may not need to. If they can get an opening kill in this round and just secure positions, they could be all right. Bondic takes 2 damage on a bit of spam. Default smoke out on A main.
Yeah, but another slow round from Navi here. Just getting a feel of what Flipside is doing with their defense and trying to avoid from getting picked early by any sort of pushes.
And they'll group back out toward the boost spot.
Yeah, meanwhile they're actually seemingly going